All right. The first card of the month, which is your environment, is the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands indicates usually competition in the workplace, people seeing things differently, different ideas, challenges around that. There needs to be leadership or someone to take the leadership in this particular case. As you can see, these five guys are standing around here. And Scorpio, I have to tell you, it feels like I've done this card or read this card for you in the last couple of months or last month. So let me know if it's come up again for you. So this hopefully is not a pattern, but it is coming up, and I thought it was you that it was the main card for. But anyway, just let me know. But as you can see, there's five guys standing around, and they have their wands in hand. So the wands indicate work, at work, different ideas, different approaches. And see one guy in the back, he's sort of standing back like he's not going to take any BS from anybody. The one guy with the book open, so he's looking at what the manual would say to do. There's another guy helping him. And so they all have different body languages, and they all have something to say that's different than one another. So it might be that your environment for this month is, any type of needing to come together at work or with your work. This doesn't always mean employment. It could mean that your own business, maybe you're trying to rally the troops, in the February time period and get everyone on the same page. Maybe there was an extended holiday feeling. Hello, Jersey. My dog is pulling at my arm. Hello. How are you? Okay. But, whatever the case may be, it's a needing to come together and come up with a solution. So see if that makes sense for you. Because there is right here light around the basket, and the basket has in it a bottle of wine and some bread. So you all have what you need. The basics are there. The basics are with you. And the ants are crawling along here. They are for, they indicate communication in relationships. And relationships, of course, are not always, of course, romantic relationships. They're relationships, we have a relationship with everyone. If we work with them, if we see someone at the grocery store and meet them, that's a relationship. Or at least it is a communication of a relationship. So it's really a coming together card. There needs to be a solution to an issue or to issues that come up. All right. So the next card of yours is the challenge card. And the challenge card for you guys for this month is a major arcana card. And this is, they call it in this deck the City, and which is the same as the Temperance card. And the Temperance card to me always indicates balance, a need for balance. This is a major arcana card, so it's a universal message. And as you can see, she's working here between two worlds. She has the fairies, as you can see, in her ear and around her head and her neck, who are giving her messages. And yet at the same time, she's pouring this stew. So she's manifesting from her intuition into the physical world. So this is it's just about balance. It is. So whatever strains you feel like from your workplace, if people seem uneven or if you feel unbalanced, the challenge here is to just know that in the end, there will be a resolve. There will be a solution. It's probably around this. It's probably around your workplace, to stay balanced, to stay clear-headed. And for instance, like if you are going into a meeting and you're like, I don't want to go to this meeting. I don't want anything to do with this. I don't feel like this today. If you just go in, as I always say, take a deep breath. And before you walk into it, put a smile on your face and then you can unsmile after that. But it's interesting what that does to our confidence. All of a sudden you'll notice your shoulders go up, and it's like, you know what, I can do this. This is no big deal. This meeting might last, 30 minutes, an hour, and it's done. And I'm going to give it my best shot and be my best me. So if, again, it calls for balance in your life. And so this is going to be in the challenge area. And also this card indicates good people skills to accomplish a task, the ability to communicate with others to accomplish what needs to be done. So, and present ideas. So it might be that you may have the need to stand up for yourself, or at least present the ideas or present the solutions that you feel would be of benefit to everyone else. So, with this card, again, it's patience, because patience has to be there for others to understand where anyone's coming from, where you're coming from. So the patience to be able to communicate and then express yourself. And then if you need to do that, if the situation arises for you to need to say, give your opinion, say your thoughts, and then let it go, and let other people take it in, let other people absorb it. All right, so that's your challenge. The next card is the unexpected. Now I have to say, I like this in the unexpected. That is a positive card. This is another major arcana. So you guys have 2 major arcana cards in this reading. Well, this is the sun. I mean, what can you say? It's beautiful. It's bright yellow, cheery. This card is the 19th of the 21 major arcana. It's about hope and optimism and achievement after a job well done. And this could be about promotion, actually. So, if all this is turning out to be, there's some issues here with your work, but you've got to really stay tempered. It may be that you are the one that comes out on the good side. This may be unexpected for you. You might think, well, I didn't know this was coming. I didn't know that they were thinking about promoting me or, acknowledging me. See, because there's a very cozy cottage, and it represents harmony. And this wagon of, it has its legs down, or this part of it down now. So it's a job well done. This is not after, you've sat back and haven't done anything. No, you've worked hard. You've put in your time. Here's some sunflowers. So this is achievement after a job well done. It's not, like I said, it's not a card that you haven't earned your way. If you've put in time at work and you're just like, I don't know what's going to happen, and I'm going along with all this other stuff. But, you may be acknowledged. Someone may come up to you and say, what, you are doing a really good job. We are happy to have you here. Or if it's in a relationship, it may be a spark of flirting with you. And it just feels so good because it's making you happy. The sun is coming out. The sun, it's like when the weather has been real rainy and drizzly and on days on end. And when the sun comes out, it's like, it just makes you feel better. So there's a spark of real enlightenment, of joy, of optimism that comes up for you guys. And it's unexpected. Yeah, I mean, it could be friendship too. Could be, maybe you meet someone new, have a friend come over to your house because it is your home. And you feel good about your home, and it's just new associations as well. So see the golden eagle in the sky. That represents a success and achievement, and it flies above. So you're going to feel hope. You're going to feel like, you've gotten a pat on the back. And you're not really expecting it, but that's okay. It's the unexpected, and that's always good. If we don't the thing here, if we don't always expect for everyone to think we're great and to, if we don't expect, we visualize and we want it to happen, but then we don't expect that someone's going to, then it does happen. It's funny how it turns out that way. It's almost like after a drought, then there's moisture and then there's greenery because there's moisture. The sun comes out. So just know that there may be a little bit of joy and accomplishment, an accomplished feeling in this month. All right. And your last card of the month is the the Knight of Chalices. And this is the outcome. So these two last cards are really great. This could be about a proposal. This guy's very romantic. It could be a proposal of marriage. It could be a proposal of a social engagement. Maybe a dinner party. Maybe someone asks you over to come to an event. And this guy, it could be a person. This could be it could be you too, because it's a water sign. It's a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. So, okay. And the court cards are challenging because they're people cards, the king, the queen, the knight, and sometimes the page. So we never know if this is you, which this very well could be because it's a water sign, or it could be someone in your life. So if it's you, you're feeling awfully good. You're wanting to give to others. You're wanting to maybe take someone to dinner or give them a gift. And you're just in a very generous, heart-based mood. Here's the horse here, the speckled horse with the wreath. So there's a little bit of a happiness, of celebration. This could be two artistic expressions. Maybe some of you are feeling like you would like to, your art or your music or your writing or whatever you create on the computer could also be, anything where you feel creative, you want to offer up to others. This very well could be you. So let me know which Scorpio you are. Is this you that you're feeling very generous and artistic and open-hearted, or is this someone in your life that comes up that has those qualities? This guy can be a little overbearing. He can, the Knight of Cups is very romantic, but also can be very, he overdoes a little bit. But I'm not feeling that for this particular reading, especially after the Sun card. I'm feeling like high hopes here and then wanting to give to others because of that. What you've received, you want to give back to others. It's a very special feeling. There's a stork, as you can see right here, and the stork represents beginnings, devotion. These are marigolds, and they represent the flowers of well-being and affection and relationships. So it could be, relationships with another person, with a romantic partner, or relationships in your workplace after this have gotten a lot better, having increased in wealth for everyone, happiness, joy. Okay, so let's see what the clarification cards have to say, Scorpio. The Queen of Pentacles. I thought there were two that came out. The Queen of Pentacles. Okay, well, she's a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Sun, moon, or rising. This is a very warm-hearted person. This is a person who's generous with her money. The cups are generous with their heart. The pentacles, this is about money, property, finance. This woman has great advice. She channels luxury, and she just knows how to make money or how to work with money in her. She loves her property. She loves her home. She loves her family and her I'll get it out of the glare. And her pet, she's holding this rabbit, and she loves nature. So this very much could be an earth sign that's in your life, or again, it could be you taking on the qualities of it or wanting to take on the qualities. You may just want to feel contentment around your home and your life and a secure feeling. She has a lot of security. Okay, let's see what else comes up. Well, the Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Pentacles is again about money, finances. It's usually generational because, as you can see, there's the couple here, the older guy and then the younger. So wanting to feel like, you have something to give to your children, or it can be inheritance from family, or it can be a will probating. It can be something like that, but it's a feel-good feeling. There's much connectedness with the family and with the money and the family's property. See the castle in the background. So it looks like there's some, well, this is like the tree of life back here. So they're very happy and content. You're very happy and content with the family dynamics, as my dog wants to point out. Okay, so there's a card that fell on the floor, and I must pick it up because it is the Nine of Chalices. It's funny, I was getting ready to call it the King, but this is a wish card. So anything that you're wishing for, this might be the surprise. Don't always count on things to happen, though. That's what I was saying earlier. The unexpected sometimes is the most fun. But the Nine of Cups, which is the same as the chalices, you see all the different cups and how they're made differently. And she's sitting at her crystal ball, and there's a ladybug for luck. And this fell down at the ground, so I always pay attention to that. So it could be that whatever you're wishing for, whatever you've wished for in the past, and you've just thought, well, this isn't going to happen, or, you've put it in the back of your mind. Say you've wished for that promotion, or you've wished for new furniture for your house, or you've wished for your kids to straighten up and, get off drugs or hang around with better friends. Then I feel like there's a little bit of this coming up for you. Could be the unexpected. Well, the Tower in reverse. You're getting some awfully good clarification cards. So the Tower usually represents abrupt, sudden changes, falling away of the structure you've created. And I don't mean just physical structure, but your life, your lifestyle changes because there's an abrupt situation. Sometimes it's, people get news that they need to move out of their home because they're leasing it and the foundation needs to be repaired, or it is, could be the loss of your home. I don't know why I'm getting, if you've had a fire, because I do see fire up here, but there's an implosion. And some readers really like the Tower card because after the Tower card, it's like what you don't need goes away and there's new beginnings. There's room for new beginnings. So it came up in reverse. So it feels like to me, whatever drastic or a situation that was going to take you by surprise, it may not happen so, that maybe that your foundation is in place. And I'm looking at this orange right here. So, okay, what this is a person falling out of the tower because it's imploded. So now when I look at it this way, he's climbing back up. He's climbing to the ground. He's getting grounded. So he's fine. He's not falling. He's actually stable and secure. So feeling like your foundation is secure, is stable. Stay positive. And the Temperance card. Okay, well, that's the same thing as this card, just a different deck. So you guys, it really is about, and I've gotten this one other sign that you're about the fifth or sixth one I've done. And it really has been about, theirs was about balancing, staying grounded. I do feel like since this is a major arcana and then it came up with the clarification, see how she has her wings? So she's tuning into the heavenly aspect, and yet she's pouring water, whereas this one has fairies and she's pouring her soup into the cauldron. So and the light is shining through to her, like her crown chakra, to give her spiritual and inner wisdom so that she can manifest. Okay, so that's balance. All right, one more and then okay, the Eight of Cups. Well, this card represents the feeling of moving on because you're done with the past. You're done with the past circumstance. It may not have been the best for you, but you're ready to see new starry skies. So the cups are full. You're leaving in a good place. So this could be a romance. It could be a friendship. It came up last, so it's very interesting to me. That is the last pulled card. It's about your emotions. It might be that you're leaving some of your negative beliefs behind. You just decide that, you know what, I was counting on things going this way. They're not exactly going the way I thought, but it's okay because I'm looking in a different direction. I'm looking at the starry skies. The moon and the intuition of the moon is helping you out. So you're okay to go in that different direction. You're okay to feel different thoughts. I almost feel when I think of that, some of you, a releasement of any body challenges, any physical challenges you're having. That could be. Maybe your emotions have caused you, and this is not all Scorpios, but for some of you, it comes up that, if you've had emotions that have been challenging, that letting the feelings of why that's taking place, letting those go. Like if you don't feel like you're where you should be financially, you don't have your savings where they should be. Yeah, let it go, because staying in a positive mind will allow you to manifest more. Okay, so let's count the card, or the cards, the numbers. So this is 5 and 14 is 19. 19 and 19, that's interesting. This is a 19 card. Is what, 38 and 39. 3 and 9 is 12. Did I do that right? 1, 20, 34, and 5 is 39. Yes, 3 and 9 is 12. And then 1 and 2 is 3 in numerology. And 3 is about optimism, hope, being creative, feeling your inner creativity. And express yourself. All of this I was talking about expressing yourself. So let's see what both the 3 and the 12 are in the major arcana. Let's look at the 3 first. The 3 is the Empress, I believe. The Empress card. Yes, it is. 3 is the Empress. So 3 is about giving birth to new ideas. She's the typical mother figure, matriarch figure. This could be someone that's around you that's in the spirit world too. For some of you, it might be giving you guidance. Okay. And then I said, let's look at the 12 is the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man is actually a good thing. This is being able to pause when you need to, take a break, take a deep breath, because you have time to reflect and see. He's not hanged to be because someone hanged him on the tree. He's meditating, the Hanged Man. So it's pause to think, pause to reflect, pause to pat yourself on the back and say, job well done, and not be so into this. It's not a huge conflict, but this card does indicate conflict sometimes. So allow yourself to do that.